Good morning, children. Let us continue with the line-wise paraphrasing of Act 1, Scene 1. We are on Salanio's speech, line number 59. Here comes Bassanio, your most noble kinsman. Kinsman means your friend. So here comes Bassanio, your most noble, honorable friend. Graciano and Lorenzo. So along with him, Graciano and Lorenzo are also there. Farewell ye well means goodbye to you. We leave you now in better company. Now we are leaving you in the company of better friends than us. Salarino, I would have stayed till I had made you merry. So would means wish. So Salarino says that I wish to have stayed over here till I had made you merry. Merry means happy. So I would have stayed here till the time I made you happy if worthier friends had not prevented me. If the arrival of your worthy friends had not prevented me from doing this. Antonio in reply says, your worth is very dear in my regard. Your value is of great regard for me. That is, I have great regard for your value. I take it, that is, I understand your own business calls on you and you embrace the occasion to depart. So I understand that you have some personal work to do, and you are taking this opportunity to go away from here. So enter Bassanio, Lorenzo and Graciano. Salarino says, good morrow, my good friends. He says, good morning, my good lords. Bassanio, good signors both. He says, good morning to both you gentlemen. When shall we laugh? He says, when are we going to spend time together and be happy? Say when. Tell me, when are we going to be together and smile and enjoy ourselves? You grow exceedingly strange. Must it be so? You go exceedingly strange means you have become strangers. Should it be the case? Salarino replies, we'll make our leisures to attend on yours. So he says that we will find free time, and when it is mutually convenient for you as well as for us, we shall meet and enjoy ourselves together. Exit Salarino and Salanio. So they leave. Now Lorenzo is talking to Bassanio. Lorenzo, my lord Bassanio, since you have found Antonio. So he says that, my lord Bassanio, since you are in the company of your best friend Antonio, we too will leave you. We both should take our leave. But at dinner time, but at the time of dinner, I pray you means I request you, have in mind where we must meet. Please remember where we shall meet together. Bassanio replies, I will not fail you. So he says, I will not fail. Graciano, you look not well, Signor Antonio. You are not looking well, Sir Antonio. Sir Antonio or Lord Antonio. You have too much respect upon the world, means you are too burdened with the worldly affairs. They lose it that do buy it with much care. He means those people who worry too much, they lose everything and they are not happy. Believe me, you are marvelously changed. So he says, believe me when I say that you have totally changed. You are completely changed. So Antonio replies, I hold the world but as the world, Graciano. See, he says, I hold means I think. I think of the world for what it is, Graciano. I take it as it is. That is, it is a stage where every man must play a part. So this world is a stage where every human being has a role to play, and mine a sad one, and my role in this life is that of a sad person. Graciano, let me play the fool. He says, if that is the case, then let me play the role of a jester. Fool means a jester or a clown who makes everybody laugh. With mirth and laughter let all wrinkles come. Mirth means joy, so that as a in a jester's role, may because of joy and laughter let wrinkles appear on my face, and let my liver rather heat with wine than my heart cool with mortifying groans. So he says it is better that I would heat my liver by drinking wine rather than cooling my spirits with painful groans. So here we need to remember that the Elizabethans believed that those people who drank wine, the wine drinking, it made their liver warm. So when the liver was warm, the blood supply to the liver was good, and so the people were of lively nature. So it was believed that there are 4 types of people: choleric, that is those people who get angry easily; the melancholic, those people who are always sad; the phlegmatic, who are not easily made angry; and the sanguine, that is those lively, cheerful people. So a liver which is enriched with wine would produce a lot of blood, and thus the personality would be very lively. So he says, I would rather heat my liver by drinking wine rather than cry out with pain and cool my spirits. Why should a man whose blood is warm within sit like his grandsire cut in alabaster? So he says, why should a man whose blood is warm inside, who has been drinking wine and he has warm blood inside, why should he sit like his grandsire means grandfather, and alabaster means pure white stone. So why should he sit without any movement, sit still like a carved statue of his grandfather? Sleep when he wakes. Why should he sleep at the time he should be awake and doing the work? And creep into jaundice by being peevish, and get jaundice by being peevish means by having bad temper. Now this is another belief of the Elizabethans, that people got jaundice because of jealousy and bad temper. So it is the influence, they thought, the influence of the mind that has on the body. So by jealousy and bad temper, people got jaundice. That is what they believed. I tell thee, Antonio. I tell thee means I am telling you, Antonio, I love thee, that I love you, and it is my love that speaks, and it is the love that I have for you is making me say these words. There are a sort of men whose visages, he says, there are certain type of people whose visages means whose faces do cream and mantle like a standing pond. That is, their faces are always expressionless, just like a layer of cream gets deposited on top of the milk on cooling it, and a layer of moss is formed on the top of the water of the standing pond. So these people also, they have a very serious kind of expressionless look, and do a willful stillness entertain. These people purposely put on a serious expression on their faces with purpose to be dressed in an opinion of wisdom, gravity, profound conceit. Purposely they put on an air of seriousness in order, with purpose means with an aim, to be dressed in an opinion, that is to win over the opinion of the people that they are very wise. Gravity means serious. Profound conceit means deep thinkers, that they are very wise, they are very serious, and they are deep thinkers. As who should say, I am Sir Oracle, and as if they want to say, the expression on their face, it shows that they want to say, I am Sir Oracle. Now Sir Oracle is the oracle, he was believed to be the voice of the gods uttered through the mouth of the priest. So as if he wants to say that I am Sir Oracle. I speak with the authority of the Greek oracle, and when I ope my lips, let no dog bark. And when I ope means open my lips to speak, then not a word should be heard from anybody else. O my Antonio, I do know of these that therefore only are reputed wise for saying nothing. He says, O my dear Antonio, I know such kind of men. They are known to be wise only till the time they remain silent. Till the time they say nothing, they are considered to be wise. When I am sure they should speak, would almost damn those ears which hearing them would call their brothers fools. And I am very sure that if they opened their mouth to speak, they would damn those ears. That is, they would put a curse on those ears who, on listening to them, would call their brothers fools, would call them fools, which is considered to be wrong. I tell thee more of this another time. He says, I will tell about this, I will talk about this some other time, but fish not with this melancholy bait for this fool gudgeon, this opinion. So he says, I just want to say that don't look for popularity, that is this opinion, that is popularity, using the melancholy bait, that is using the bait of sadness. Just like a person goes out fishing by putting a bait of a piece of flesh at the end of the fishing line. So you don't go to win over the popularity of the people, which is a small worthless thing, just like a small worthless fish, by putting on a bait of sadness. Don't do this. It is not worth it. Come, good Lorenzo, fare ye well a while. So he says, come on, good Lorenzo, let us go. Fare you well a while. That is, farewell to you right now. I end my exhortation after dinner. I will finish my discussion on this topic after dinner. We will discuss it in detail. Lorenzo, well, we will leave you then till dinner time. So he says, well, okay, we will leave you alone till the time of dinner. I must be one of these dumb wise men, for Gratiano never lets me speak. He says, I feel that I am one of a similar silent wise man, so-called wise man, who does not speak. For means because Gratiano never lets me speak. He never lets me open my mouth and say a word. Gratiano replies, well, keep me company but 2 years more. More means more. So you keep me company for 2 years more. Then thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue. Thou means you, shalt means shall. Then you shall not recognize the sound of thine. Thine means your own tongue. You will not recognize your own voice. So Antonio, farewell. He says goodbye. I'll grow a talker for this gear. This gear means this advice. So I will start talking because of this advice you have given me. Thank you, children. I end the video here. In the next video, I'll continue with the paraphrasing. Thank you.